Hello there, frugal friends. Welcome back to the channel. I have another DIY project to show you all using Dollar Tree items. I actually received this idea from my little one, my 7-year-old, and she suggested this when I participated in the Think Outside the Box collab. So I decided to do this with a basket instead. I'm calling this my DIY quick kit basket, and this is a basket that I've created to be able to house all of my DIY supplies that I know I would need for almost any DIY project that I would work on. This quick kit basket will serve as a quick go-to for any supplies, but any of my stockpile items or additional items would not go in this basket. It would be housed somewhere else, and then as I run out of supplies, then I'll just replenish the items that I need in this basket. So if this sounds like something that you would be interested in making for yourself because you have a need for it as well, just keep watching. As you can see here, I chose two of the rectangular shaped baskets that are slotted along the sides. I don't know the dimensions, but you could choose whatever basket you like. I also chose the color green because green is my favorite color. So what I'm going to do is take these two ribbons and I'm going to thread it through the slots on the side. Instead of measuring out how much I would need, I decided to take the entire spool of ribbon off of the roll. And so now that's what you're seeing me doing, this like separating it. And I don't know that this was the easiest method, but it's what I felt like would work. So now I'm going to hot glue the end piece of the black one. I'm going to start with the black one, and I'm going to hot glue the very end in the inside, and then I'm going to thread through, going in and out throughout. I don't want it to just only go one particular direction, if I'm making any sense, but just watch and you'll see me go through and then come through the other way. Quick tip, right before you thread the ribbon through, make sure it is straight, because if you don't and it's not straight, then when you pull that final piece through, it is going to be twisted. And I mean, it's a quick fix. You could, well, not a very quick fix. You could still go back and untangle or unfold it. But if you're making sure that it's straight initially, you will not have to worry about either taking it all out or unfolding it. If you decide to do this, when you get to this point where you have done thread through the ribbon through the half of the basket, take a little dab of hot glue and glue the ribbon down in the inside only, not the outside, and that will keep the ribbon in place, keep it from shifting and moving around. So do as you see me doing here. As you can see, I got the short side done, the long side, I put a dab of glue right there in the center, and then from there I will continue to thread it through. On that same row, I am going to repeat the same process with the white ribbon, but I'm going to go the opposite way. And then the top row will be black ribbon and then white ribbon. This is what it is looking like so far. And so now I am going to take these baskets and use them to measure out some vinyl pieces. I want a vinyl piece to go on the inside of one and then on the top of this one. So I'm going to take the vinyl sheet, lay it down, and use this basket as a guide to measure. These vinyl top liners have these like groove lines that you could use as a guide. I find it to be helpful. So what I'm going to do is mark different places with my red ink pen, so that way I'll know where to cut when I remove the basket. And I'm going to use that first piece of liner as a template and cut a second piece. My eyeball measurements came out great. I'm glad it did. I didn't want to have to use a ruler. So now I have my two pieces, and I have one to go in the inside as a liner, and that's how that is going to look, and then I have the one for the top. And so what I'm going to do is take my spray adhesive and spray on the bottom of the actual liner and on the tray. Now I am going to hot glue some black ribbon along the edges, and this will be my way of covering the edges of the vinyl liner. And this is what it is looking like, and I think it looks pretty good, and I love how the colors alternate. So it's black on the top and then white and so on. Those 6 dots you see on top of the basket are some magnets I attempted to crazy glue down. Please disregard that. That was a fail, so that will not be in the finished product. But right now I want to hot glue these baskets down to the liner inside the basket. And so I am going to work around with placement, because these baskets will hold some of my smaller items, and then my bigger items will go in there as well. So you're seeing me play around with the placement, and then I'm going to hot glue it down when I figure out what it is that I want. I decided to use these nylon cable ties since my magnet attempt did not work, and in all honesty, I've never used these zip ties or nylon cable ties before, so I am just going by what I remember seeing in other tutorials, and I am going to thread these through on each basket's the top, I guess you would say the top ends. It did end up working out at the end, but if you know how to do this, then you know what to do. And if not, don't look at what I'm doing. Go find yourself a tutorial to show you how to better insert these things and keep them in place. Here is what the zip ties are looking like in the back, and so I got a total of 5 of them. And at the very, very last moment, I decided to add some rope, some poly rope that I picked up from the Dollar Tree inside the edges of the top basket, because I did not like what it looked like. It kind of looked incomplete. So I'm just showing you overall what it turned out like. When I applied that rope, I doubled it. So the rope is kind of thin, and I doubled it, put down some hot glue, and just ran some hot glue all around the edges and stuffed it down. And then I doubled it again. So it's like a total of 4 pieces of rope, but rope that really has been doubled just twice. So now let's take a look inside of the basket, and that's what those zip ties are looking like in the inside. And as you can see, they're more towards the top portion of the basket. This layout is pretty much the layout that I will be using, and I did end up rearranging it, but let's just go with what we see here. I have a measuring tape, scissors, and a box cutter in this first one. This second tray I'm using for my different types of glue, so my crazy glue and my the kind of like rub-on glue, like the craft glue, and my glue sticks. I'm using this basket for pens, pencils, markers, and then on this side is going to house my adhesive spray. I have a spray hairspray that you would spray on projects that have glitter, some extra magnetic tape strips and my glue gun. But this is just showing you some different ideas, but I did redo this basket and you'll see a picture of what it is looking like at the end. I am totally happy with this. I'm happy to be able to house all of my items in one spot and just replenish from here. And I do still have a little room to grow. I hope you all enjoy seeing how I created my DIY quick kit basket. I had fun making it. Thank you, little one, for giving me the idea. Also, if you are a DIY lover or a beginner like myself, I'm actually a beginner, I have other DIY videos on this channel, and I will put a card up of the playlist of all of my DIYs. I thank you all so much for stopping by. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And remember, a frugal lifestyle is more than just paper clipping. It is a way of living. I will chat with you guys in a new video. Bye-bye for now. I wanted to chat with you all about my 2-year anniversary on YouTube, as well as reaching 1,000 subscribers. I am grateful, I am thankful, I am blessed.